If I had to describe ESP in one word, it would be transforming.
Intentional.
Legendary.
Sanctifying.
Thriving.
Insightful.
Unforgettable.
God has taught me so many things on this trip, but I think the thing that stands out the most is what I've learned about relinquishing my control and walking in His sovereignty. The culture of Portugal is that it takes people a very long time to accept the gospel, and they're usually very closed off to it. So I've had to dwell on the truth that even when I can't see what God is doing, that He's doing exponentially more than I could ask or imagine.
ESP has given me an opportunity to grow in my relationship with God, form new relationships, serve with awesome believers, learn a little bit of a new language, and discover the world. And that's something that any other mission trip that I've gone on hasn't given me the opportunity to do. I'll never forget Lisbon and how much God has worked in my life in these past 4 weeks.
We talked about one thing that we wanted to grow in while being on this trip, and one thing that I wanted to grow in was having more of a servant's heart. And then actually the next day, my dad had sent me a letter talking about how I should have a servant's heart and how I could help my team and carry me far in life. So I've just been taught by God how to serve my team and how to ultimately just serve Him in everything that I do.
One thing that I've always struggled with is being real and vulnerable with people. But on this trip, God has opened up my heart, and it's crazy how much I love and trust these people. Through this trip, God has been teaching me it's okay to struggle, but also let people in. The community that God has created in this past month is something I hope that everyone has the chance to experience.
Something God's really taught me on this trip is to be more open and willing to His plan rather than mine, because we've had a lot of crazy twists and turns that were very unexpected and often inconvenient, but He's really shown me how to be patient with that and just go with the flow, because His plan is greater than mine.
My goal at the beginning of this trip was to focus on what's important, rather than just coming home with a bunch of fun memories. Over the course of this trip, I've learned that I've been focusing so much on the gospel while I've been here, but I should also focus that much on the gospel while I'm at home, and that's something that I'll definitely incorporate into my life when I go home.
During this trip, God has taught me boldness and the importance of sharing my weaknesses and past hardships to create relationships and encourage people in my community.
What was your favorite part of the trip?
During this trip, there were 2 missionaries who were leaving Portugal permanently, either headed to London to get married or headed to Spain to be on mission. Getting to be a part of the church and lay hands on these amazing people and pray over them was such an amazing display of godly community, and it makes me that much more excited to be a part of the body of Christ.
I would 100% encourage all rising juniors and seniors to go on Elevate Summer Project. It's also better prepared me for college when I get home, because it's taught me how to have intentional relationships with people in the community. It's taught me how to love people well. It's taught me how to intentionally have conversations with people around me. And it's equipped me to live out the Christian life at a college campus while we've been here evangelizing on college campuses and really just growing in community.
Being able to sacrifice a month of my summer before going to college was something that I needed as a person and a young believer.
Jackson, what was your favorite part of the trip?
Oh, dang. Definitely going up to Ericeira and hanging out with the missionaries up there at the beach. Oh, and going to Benfica with Jace. That was lit.
Jace, what was the most challenging part of the trip?
Jackson leaving me in Benfica.
Here's the fam. This is Jackson. He had knee surgery. This is Jace. He loves to lick the back of Hayden's knee. This is Hayden. She hates birds. This is Sammy. She likes to bite people. This is Ashton. She licks poles. This is Sarah. She dropped her wallet on the bus and never found it. This is me. I love to do trust falls.
And it's like, your friend did not make it.
Trust fall.
So I was like, thanks, bro.
This is Jeremy and Megan, the best leaders ever.
Hey guys, I'm Megan.
I'm Jeremy.
We've had the privilege of getting to be here with these awesome students for the last month here in Portugal. Means a lot to me because being overseas is an incredible opportunity for young leaders to learn what it's like to be serving the kingdom in a culture and context very different than their own for a whole month. you get to see a lot in a week, but to really experience the culture in a month is incredible. And seeing the ways that God has been moving here in Portugal and getting to be a small part of that has been huge.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, it's actually my third time doing Elevate Summer Project. I did it twice in high school in India, and yeah, I'd definitely do it again in a heartbeat. And I'm not the same person without Elevate Summer Project, so you should do it. Ah!